Right now at 10, total loss. A Clark County church destroyed after a fire earlier this morning.
And the city of Onalaska unveils its vision for the next 10 to 20 years.
Plus, West Salem considers its options for a centuries-old plot of land.
We're watching WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now at 10.
Good evening, everyone, and thanks for joining us for News 8 Now at 10. I'm Ken Kozarowski.
And I'm Emily Brown.
A church in Clark County is a total loss after a fire today. The Emmanuel Lutheran Longwood Church caught fire earlier this morning, according to a Facebook post. The photos show significant fire damage to church buildings, although the parish hall appears to have survived unscathed. Electricity is completely out at the church, and the cause of the blaze still remains unclear, though no one was hurt in that fire.
2 are dead after a motorcycle crash in Crawford County. According to Sheriff Dale McCulloch, the accident happened late last night north of Boscobel. Around 10:15 p.m., the motorcycle crossed both lanes of traffic at a high speed and struck a rock wall near the intersection of US 61 and State Highway 60. The driver and a passenger were killed in the crash. They were identified as 43-year-old David Filya and 42-year-old Alicia Bell, both of Muskota. The intersection where the crash occurred has raised safety concerns in recent years and is the site of a WSDOT improvement project.
Well, we know Greg was tracking some potential scattered showers for this evening, but the rest of this week, Greg, is supposed to be looking pretty darn nice.
Yeah, we actually had a few showers there east of the area, maybe along the interstate and then further south. But overall, most areas stayed dry, but we do have some fog potential in the morning, something that we could see for several mornings in a row. But the good news is once we get in the afternoon, more sun. And that's the same story for Eau Claire, too. 60 with a little bit of fog or low clouds. Clouds will begin to break up as we go more in the afternoon with that northeast wind, so still keeping the temperatures pleasant. There's your temperature difference from normal, so we're about a little bit above or below, but all in all, not bad. Right now, there's a few showers, but everything's really to the east or well to the south, so overall temperatures continue to fall back and just a little bit towards Volks Field along I-94 as it continues to push south and fall apart. We don't expect much in the way of everything going on, as you can see as Futurecast shows that begins to continue to fall apart. Otherwise, city cam once again, you see all that haze. We're kind of break down later on as we go throughout the tomorrow if we're going to see less of the haze and when we'll actually see more typical end of July, early August type weather. I'll break all that down a bit later in the broadcast.
Sounds like a plan. Thank you, Greg. Undeveloped land on West Salem's east side could turn into housing.
News 8 Now's Jeremy Wall has more on the options that are on the table for La Crosse County. Jeremy.
Well, Emily, the county has owned that land since the 1800s. One part of the property is developed while the other part is just cornfields. Housing is one of 3 options they're considering.
Nick Lupint has lived in West Salem for 25 years. He doesn't like the idea of undeveloped land becoming more housing.
Developing a plot of land for workforce housing doesn't sound like something that is going to really benefit West Salem, in my opinion. It's stayed small town feeling, and I would be hesitant with how that would set a different precedent.
The land was originally more than 500 acres. According to District 27 Supervisor Paul Winch, half of that remains to be developed.
With the growth of the industrial park and the jobs and the community in general, there's need for housing.
Some of the land has become home to a business park and Lakeview Health Center. Other options would be to do nothing or sell it to a developer. But Winch says housing is the most critical.
As the jobs increase in the industrial area and the size of the school district increases, there's a need for housing, and it's walkable. And so that's why this is a wonderful opportunity. It's contiguous with the rest of the village.
The La Crosse County Board anticipates the population to increase in the county 10 to 15% by 2040. More housing would add 500 plus units consisting of single-family townhomes and duplexes, generating $97 million in tax revenue to the county, village, and school district. Living there would be another way to go green.
Future housing here would be walkable to downtown West Salem, walkable to the schools, walkable to the people who we need to fill the jobs that are in the industrial park that continues to grow.
And housing is estimated to cost $9.5 million to build. The county hopes to make a decision soon. They're still figuring out ways, guys, to get funding for it. Ken and Emily?
All right. Thank you, Jeremy. The city of Onalaska is unveiling its Live on a 2040 comprehensive plan. The city of Onalaska worked alongside an urban planning firm over the past year, creating a vision for the next 10 to 20 years. Tonight was the last public workshop, giving the public another opportunity to share their ideas about the plan. The plan covers everything from city development, housing, affordability, and the historic preservation of the city.
It also includes our public facilities like our parks and recreation. Do we need to redevelop some of our playgrounds? So it can be everything from police and fire to how we handle recycling services in our communities.
The city of Onalaska hopes to start adopting the plan this fall. UWL's Murphy Library is expanding their Mississippi River and Driftless area collection through a new initiative. The Driftless River Initiative aims to bring together materials related to the scientific, environmental, and cultural history of the upper Mississippi and Driftless area. Those items include field journals, river maps, historical artifacts, and more. The Murphy Library already has an extensive collection of academic works documenting the unique makeup of the Driftless region. A digital librarian says a lot of their collection is not accessible to the public, but hopes the initiative will make it easier for them to view.
What we're holding here are really things that have yet to really be made accessible to the public, and I think that's a pretty great opportunity for us to make that stuff exist in the world.
Now, much of the library's collection is online, so we'll have a link for that for you to view it on our digital platforms. A grant program is helping keep Viroqua green.
News 8 Now's Allison Ferget dug into the story today and explains the roots of this new project.
In the past few years, Viroqua has planted many young saplings along their boulevards. And now, thanks to a DNR grant, saplings like these can grow up to be big and tall.
We plant trees every year, sometimes we're between 30 and 50 a year, and we want to make sure those young trees get a good start.
Beginning this week, city workers are installing around 200 watering bags on young boulevard trees in need of extra watering assistance.
So we're focusing on trees that have been planted within the last 3 years, because those are the years that take the most for the tree to survive and establish their roots.
While we've had a rainier season, past dry summers have put stress on Viroqua's young trees.
Last year was a perfect example of that, and we had a significant amount of tree loss because of the hot weather, and we want to make sure the money we're spending on trees and the effort is successful.
The bags are covered through a DNR urban forestry grant. They hold 20 gallons of water and have small holes at the bottom. The water will slowly drip out of the bag and over the roots of the tree for around 5 to 8 hours, a technique that's extra beneficial to young saplings with growing roots.
So the tree bags really help have a high concentration of water on the singular spot in order to make sure that the soil is really saturated.
Homeowners who find the bags on their boulevard trees this summer are asked to fill them up once a week, unless it's been rainy.
End of the year, these bags come back to us. We're going to recollect them, and then we'll hopefully be able to use them year after year, so it won't just be a one-year program.
The grant program is also helping Viroqua branch out. Starting this fall, the city will be able to plant more than 50 trees annually in public spaces thanks to funding from that grant. Reporting in Viroqua, Allison Ferget, News 8 Now.
All right, thank you, Allison. Vice President Harris visits Wisconsin.
What the presumptive Democratic nominee says voters can expect from her as a presidential candidate.
Track records matter. My record?
I passed laws to make healthcare more affordable, reduce prescription drug costs, and strengthen clean water laws.
I'm Katrina Shankland. I approve this message because in Congress, I'll get things done.
Are you finding bathing and bathroom business has gotten more difficult? Bad hips, bad knees can pose a problem. Just getting up and down can be risky. There is a simple, affordable solution. In just a day or two, you can have a beautiful new walk-in shower, safe and easy to care for with grab bars, a handheld shower, and a seat if you like. Set an appointment with one of our designers to plan your new bath. Better products at lower prices because we care. The Board Store.
Save big money with these hot deals at Menards. All prices after 11% rebate. A 2-pack of Wasp and Hornet Killer is just $4.99. A 5-pack of 30-gallon paper lawn and leaf bags, only $1.99. Hormel Pickup Bacon, just $5.99. Laundry detergent, only $11.47. These hot deals won't last long. Hurry in before time runs out. Sign up for Menards emails to get more hot deals plus the weekly flyer right to your inbox.
Save big money at Menards.
Would you hire a barber who's never cut hair before? So why send someone to Congress who's never held public office and never passed a single bill? I'm Katrina Shankland. I approve this message because we need an experienced congresswoman. Right, Jed?
Vice President Kamala Harris met voters in the Milwaukee area for her first public event since President Biden left the presidential race. Within 24 hours of Joe Biden's announcement, Harris saw a record amount of campaign dollars and got enough delegates to secure the official nomination at next month's DNC. Now, Harris today echoing Wisconsin Governor Tony Evers and Senator Tammy Baldwin, who said the path to the presidency goes through Wisconsin. Joe Biden won Wisconsin last election cycle by just about 20,000 votes. Now, Harris said she'd put her record as a former attorney general and U.S. senator against Donald Trump's record any day of the week, and that building up the middle class would be a defining goal of her presidency. She also leaned strongly into calls for restoring reproductive freedom.
We who believe in reproductive freedom will stop Donald Trump's extreme abortion bans because we trust women to make decisions about their own body.
Just like Harris, Wisconsin Senator Baldwin will be on the ballot this fall as she seeks a third term. Her opponent, Eric Hovde, has worked to label Baldwin as a rubber stamp for Joe Biden. Baldwin today touting her own record fighting for reproductive freedoms as well as health care access.
Eric Hovde celebrated when Roe was overturned. Meanwhile, I am the one leading the effort to restore reproductive freedoms with my Women's Health Protection Act. I wrote the provision in the Affordable Care Act that allows young people to stay on their parents' health insurance until they turn 26.
Now, Harris and Baldwin both thanked President Biden for his years of service, Baldwin calling Sunday's decision, quote, an incredible act of patriotism.
Congressman Derek Van Orden is doubling down on his call for Vice President Harris to invoke the 25th Amendment to remove President Biden from office. Van Orden is one of many GOP lawmakers who have called for President Biden's removal. They cite Biden's withdrawal from the 2024 race as proof of cognitive decline. Van Orden says that creates a national security concern.
This is a national security issue. So he is cognitively compromised to the point where he can't function and perform his constitutional duties. And I read the Constitution. Section 4 of the 25th Amendment is very specific. If the President of the United States is incapable of performing his or her duties, they need to be removed from office.
The 25th Amendment allows the vice president to remove a president in the event that they are no longer capable of fulfilling the duties of the office. Constitutional experts say it would be a controversial option because the 25th Amendment was written with physical disabilities in mind rather than cognitive decline.
A piece of Poland in Winona.
The Kashubian Cultural Institute and Polish Museum unveils an exciting new exhibit.
We got a pleasant stretch of weather through the end of this week. We will deal with some morning fog for your morning commute, something to keep an eye on. But we have some heat and humidity coming back in the forecast. I'll detail when to expect that. That coming up on your First Warn Weather Update after the break.
You'll soon vote on two misleading constitutional amendments. They're designed to trick voters into eliminating checks and balances in our government. It's a power grab to give the legislature the sole power to distribute emergency funding. Our legislature is ruled by bickering and gridlock. 6 months without passing a bill. Millions lost from their failures. So don't give them the sole power. Vote no to questions 1 and 2.
It's Blaine's Farm and Fleet's Rewards Member Appreciation Event. While we offer unbeatable deals every day, now through July 31st, we're showing extra appreciation to our rewards members with exclusive deals. Like $100 instant savings on 4 Michelin, BF Goodrich, or Uniroyal tires. Rewards members get an extra $25 instant savings on any set of 4. Rewards members save $3 on Blaine's Lawn and Garden utility batteries. Not a rewards member? Sign up at checkout or online. Don't miss our Rewards Member Appreciation Event going on now.
The Make It Ford Summer Sales Event is on. So make it your best summer ever with Ford. Get your ideal combination of power and capability. And experience hands-free highway driving technology with Ford Blue Cruise, available on select vehicles. It's the Make It Ford Summer Sales Event, so make it yours. Make it now. Get 0% financing for 36 months plus $0 first payment plus no payments for 90 days on a 2024 Ford F-150. Only at your local Northland Ford dealers.
Your home, a place of comfort and safety, could be trying to tell you something. Interior cracks, sloping floors, hard to open doors and windows are all signals of foundation failure that you can't ignore. At American Waterworks, we use modern techniques and warranted solutions to restore your peace of mind in your home. After all, your home's foundation issues won't get better with time, but it will with our proven solutions. Choose confidence, choose reliability, choose American Waterworks.
It really ruined everything. I should have done something sooner.
Everybody hopes that this won't be a big problem. Unfortunately, basement water, it always gets worse. Don't worry, we got this.
Great. Well, let's stop it from getting in.
The effects of water can be surprising, but you can. Put water back in its place with a free inspection from Innovative Basement Authority. For a limited time, get $500 off any repairs when you call or go online today.
Proper installation of your new windows make a difference. The team at Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions are factory trained to make sure your windows are installed to last. Call or stop into the showroom for your free estimate.
Thank you for watching News 8 Now. Expect more.
Winona's Kashubian Cultural Institute and Polish Museum is unveiling a new exhibit. The exhibit is the first international showcase of Kashubian culture. Items were exchanged in a partnership with the West Kashubian Museum out in Poland.
The Kashubians are an ethnic group native to north-central Poland. Winona is known as the Kashubian capital of America due to its large number of Polish immigrants settling in the city in 1859. The museum's director says Kashubian heritage differs from Polish heritage.
Kashubians have their own unique, not only folklore, but in dress and costumes, but the difference in beliefs and culture and ancient Slavic influences that come in.
The exhibit features cultural artifacts and pictures from Kashubian immigrants, as well as insights into their religious societies and much more. And apparently that guy typed in my name when our photographer went over there, and apparently I am Kashubian.
Yeah, and I might be also. My mom's maiden name is Jel, D-Z-I-E-L, cut off from Jelski, and I did look and see if it was Kashubian, and it said that I am, so I don't know, we might be related.
I guess we gotta go look about Kashubian culture.
Yeah, exactly. Good little museum to check out there in Winona. But going back to this evening, lovely weather to go for a walk. I was outside on my dinner break for a little bit, and I could have walked for an hour. It was that lovely out.
Very solid, and it's gonna get even nicer potentially later this week, Greg.
Yeah, you could definitely tell the haze out there that was there due to the smoke with the sunset that actually set a little bit earlier and had that nice orange glow to it towards the sunset. So we're going to lose some of that haze too with the wind flow turning around, but overnight low is really going to be into the 60s to the mid 50s up to the north. We are going to deal with some patchy fog or low clouds in some of the areas. It's not going to be widespread, but it'll definitely be out there tomorrow, and we might see another round come Thursday morning too. Otherwise, pleasant, seasonable conditions will get back into the low to mid 80s. Tomorrow maybe not quite yet, but overall still pleasant. And less haze, as I mentioned, by Thursday and Friday, although there's a chance we might see it come back later in the weekend too. Overall, there's not much activity going on right now. Just a few showers just south of Oaksfield that's heading towards south central Wisconsin, and then stuff well to the west towards Mason City. So overall, everything is quieted down what we expected. So overnight, these are the visibility, what we expect here besides the temperatures, and you'll see that begin to fall. In some areas will begin to approach 1 to 2 miles depending on location. So either you're going to see low visibility or you're going to see some low clouds just hang around throughout the morning. Even though the visibility may improve for like 8 or 9, we're still going to see this low cloud cover here and there continue probably until about noon, and then I think you'll see most of the area begin to break up. Sun will come out. We'll see some afternoon clouds, but overall temperatures getting back to the mid to upper 70s, which is not quite where we should be. But overall, with that night northeast wind, still very pleasant conditions for the end of July, too. You really can't beat these temperatures. And going into Wednesday night and Thursday, generally less cloud cover, maybe a little bit cooler with the temperatures, and the fog potential is there too. Here's the smoke overall. We're going to start seeing that begin to push further south as we get towards Thursday as high pressure settles in, but it's not going to be that far to the west. And what I'm afraid of is when the pattern begins to change this weekend, we're going to see maybe some of that become kind of creep back into the area, so we'll have to keep an eye on that for hazy skies once again, but it will improve. All that heat out to the west, all the way up to Canada, is going to begin to approach our area, but not till Friday. I think Friday's still going to be mild conditions, and then we're going to start seeing a little push of this heat and actually showers and thunderstorms begin to approach as we get closer to the weekend, along with the humidity is going to start increasing. So that's what we're looking for Sunday. Saturday should be dry. Sunday probably will be dry, but you'll feel the humidity start to increase. Then going into Monday, that's when I think we're really going to start getting into the humidity. The shower and thunderstorm chances definitely increase. Won't be all day rain, but we definitely have the potential for even some heavy rainfall, as I mentioned, kind of clicked through there right there for Monday and Tuesday just because of the setup. So it's going to be hit and miss, but whoever gets it could get a lot. So really for temperatures overall, we're looking at temperatures for tomorrow getting back up in the 70s. Otherwise, we're seeing it Thursday and Friday getting back into the low to mid 80s. The humidity starts really increasing as we get into the later half of the weekend. And then Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, shower and thunderstorm chances. Definitely the humidity. The temperature could depend on cloud cover, but we'll get more into that typical early August almost. We're almost in August now, too. Kind of forget about that. But overall, enjoy the next 3 days. Besides the morning fog, should be very pleasant conditions.
Yeah, looks like it. Thanks.
I'm still distracted by the faux hawk. But it's looking good.
He got a haircut in between shows, everyone. He looks really
you know,
polished and fancy.
Things up a little
He's
again.
so cool, Greg. So cool. Thank you, Greg. Coming up next in sports, T-shirts up for grabs as the summer basketball season for the girls coming to an end over at UWL's Rec Center. Plus, a little bit of Legion action over across town. Jacob's got all these highlights and much more after the break.
News 8 Now Sports is brought to you by Ho-Chunk Gaming Wisconsin, with 6 locations of fun.
They don't clock out at 5 or care if it's the weekend. That means we keep working too.
So when Eric Hovde says that farmers don't work hard, that pisses me off.
Think of farming. Look at the old physical toil that it would take on your body. Now you're largely driving around a tractor.
A California banker criticizing Wisconsin farmers for not working hard? We know what that is.
Eric Hovde, what the hell's wrong with this guy?
I'm Tammy Baldwin, and I approve this message.
Chevy lets you begin every day fully charged, so you can go farther. And so can your money. Tow with confidence. Plus, stay connected with available OnStar technology. For summer adventures, Chevy's got you. Get 1.9% financing on this 2024 Silverado when you finance with GM Financial. Or get $5,750 total value when you trade in an eligible vehicle. Visit HometownChevy.com.
The savings are sizzling with items under $3 all week long at Hy-Vee. That's right, under $3. Get fresh meat for the grill and the freshest produce around for under $3. Cool down with sweet treats the whole family will love for under $3. Pack your pantry and save on staples for under $3. Get these great deals and more all week long, only at Hy-Vee.
Are you ready for a red-hot summer? At King Furniture, our prices are... Get your choice of these quality Jackson sets for $11.99. Need something more custom? Check out these 5 England sets for just $14.98. Available in your choice of over 100 fabrics. And in your home in just 30 days. Need a new recliner for Dad? We have hundreds of recliners all on sale and in stock. Get into King Furniture while the prices are...
Covering all of the exciting action from your community, here's News 8 Now Sports.
All right, we'll begin a packed sports tonight with a little summer hoops action. UWL Girls Summer League concluded tonight. 47 teams represented 23 schools from around the area in different age groups, and the championship featured Caledonia and Aquinas. A couple teams used to some winning in the winter, battling for some Summer League t-shirts. Early on in this one, it is going to be Aubrey Klug creating some space and knocking down the mid-range jumper. Sammy Davis was all over the place in this one. Here she creates a one-man fast break and finishes through the contact for the and one. A little later, it's Davis skipping it over to Olivia Pussale, and her triple try is true. That puts Aquinas up by 4, but the Warriors were not backing down in this one as the fadeaway is going to fall. But Aquinas would take control in the second half, and they are crowned champions of the annual UWL Girls Summer League. Legion playoffs in Minnesota. Caledonia posts 191, hosting Rushford post 94. Trojans with the bases loaded in the first. Caden Johnson lines one out to right field. That's deep enough to score a run on the sac fly. Rushford taking the early lead. Next batter, Evan Kammerer gets this one into left field. That brings in another run. Rushford now goes up 2-0. Caledonia then trying to answer. Man on second for Hunter Getzinger. He grounds one past the infield. They're going to send the runner home, but that is going to turn out to be a mistake as he is gunned down at the plate. Caledonia remains scoreless. The Trojans were everywhere on defense tonight. Line drive to center field, but Carson Johnson going all out for the diving catch. Inning over. Then the Warriors with the bases loaded, but Rushford is going to turn the 6-4-3 double play. They get out of the inning as they would go on to win this one 3-1. Brewers taking on the Cubbies tonight. Bottom 5, 2 ducks on the pond for Chicago, and Colin Ray brings out the paintbrush to retire the side. Still scoreless. Then some small ball got Garrett Mitchell to third base, but here William Contreras hits a grounder to third. Christopher Morel goes home with it, and Mitchell is out. This one still knotted up at last check at 0. Well, day 2 of Packers training camp is complete, and it was a little bit of a wet one today at Ray Nitschke Field. And as you might be able to imagine, the offense had a couple more struggles than the defense. That could also be because of the absence of that guy right there. Jordan Love still with no deal, but was braving the conditions for moral support. Many believe a deal will be done by the end of the week. One of the stars of practice day was Rashawn Gary, who was putting constant pressure on the opposing quarterback. And he said being out there made him feel like a kid again.
Bring me back to my childhood. You don't go inside when you're playing Pop Warner, man. That just, brings out the football in me, bring out the inner kid in me. But going out there, don't matter if it's rain, snow, just playing ball with the team and getting better. Another day in camp, love it.
And the new era of the Big Ten Conference is finally here. Washington, Oregon, USC, and UCLA are now official members as they were represented at the conference's media day today. For the Badgers, Luke Fickell is entering season number 2. Wisconsin coming off a 7-6 season where they finished tied for second in the Big Ten West. Now there's some new faces taking over some big roles, and Fickell is excited to see if those players will rise to the challenge. And then he was also asked about the shaking up of conferences all over the country.
But I think it's a great thing. I think it's great for our conference. I think it's great for college football. But it's a greater challenge too. But it gives everybody the same opportunities, and I think ultimately that's what we all want.
And we'll hear more from Badgers players later this week, so check in with us for that. UW opens their season on August 30th against Western Michigan. We'll be back after the break.
Tell me about the day that you first found out about Nolan's birth defect.
Everything was normal up until my 20-week ultrasound. I learned my baby would not survive. I did not have the choice to do what was right for me and my family. To think that there's a possibility of a national abortion ban scares me to death.
Derek Van Orden and his extreme positions around reproductive freedoms are why I'm running for Congress. I'm Rebecca Cook, and I approve this message.
Hello. It was 1990 when I first looked out of the TV and told you about high quality at lower prices. Hi, I'm Miles Wilkins, owner of the Board Store. Some things have changed. Products have gotten so much better. We've gone from 3 to almost 80 employees, and I'm just a little bit older. Some things haven't changed. We still offer high quality at lower prices. Call today for a prompt free estimate on your next home improvement from the Board Store.
The Make It Ford Summer Sales Event is on. So make it your best summer ever with Ford. Get your ideal combination of power and capability. And experience hands-free highway driving technology with Ford Blue Cruise, available on select vehicles. It's the Make It Ford Summer Sales Event, so make it yours. Make it now. Get 0% financing for 36 months plus $0 first payment plus no payments for 90 days on a 2024 Ford F-150. Only at your local Northland Ford dealers.
I'm Tom Hammes from Maxwell White Water Conditioning. Have you been concerned about the quality of your water? Many homes in our area face issues like hard water, high iron, city-added chlorine, acidity, PFAS, and nitrates in their water. These can cause scale buildup, dry skin, stained laundry, health issues, appliance damage, and more. So don't let bad water affect your home and health. Call us today for a professional evaluation and start enjoying cleaner and safer water for you and your family. That's Maxwell White Water Conditioning, done right.
Hi, I'm Brody from Great River Harley-Davidson. If you haven't been in this year, consider this your invitation to stop by.
Adam Sandoval's Great American Convoy will be riding into Great River Thursday, July 25th from 3 to 5, raising money for the Wounded Warrior Project. Meet Adam Sandoval, donate to the Wounded Warriors, and ride with the convoy.
Whether it's your first time on a bike or you've been riding for years, I want to invite you to stop into Great River Harley-Davidson.
You expect more, so thank you for watching News 8 Now.
Independent Living Resources is holding a fundraiser celebrating 30 years of service today.
Yeah, that fundraiser held to help the nonprofit's mission to empower people with disabilities to lead their best lives. The fundraiser included a chicken queue catered by Rooster Andy's. In addition, the nonprofit hosted an open house to showcase how it helps people with disabilities lead independent lives.
To promote disability freedom and justice, and also how important it is to have the disability vote. We want everyone to go out and vote this November.
The Caravan for Disability Freedom will continue their trip across America tomorrow with their next stop in Green Bay.
All right, so hitting different areas of the state. Good to see.
Happy anniversary to them.
Yeah.
All right, Greg will have one final look at your forecast when we come back.
At By Goff and Rohde, we know reputation is important, and it can affect your case's outcome. If you want your case to be taken seriously, you need lawyers who are taken seriously. By Goff and Rohde, serious injuries need serious lawyers.
An evening with Larry the Cable Guy.
It's a cool anniversary for me tonight. This is my 27th year in the comedy business, and it's my 5th year being funny, so I'm excited about both of them, all right?
Saturday, July 27th, 7:30 p.m., Monroe County Fair. Tickets on sale now at MonroeCountyFairWI.com.
Get her done.
My feet hurt so bad in the morning, I couldn't even put my feet on the floor. So I had to start engineering my own arch support. So I got that, then I put this in there, this one. Finally, before I added another one of these in, I went to Good Feet, and they gave me this. So I built all this together to engineer a solution to my pain. And if I'd have just gone to Good Feet, I'd have been better off in the first place.
Good Feet Arch Supports, engineered for pain relief, personally fitted for you.
Everyone deserves the fastest, most reliable internet speeds, regardless of where they live. That's why Spectrum offers the fastest speeds in more neighborhoods than any other provider.
Switch to Spectrum Internet for only $49.99 a month. Call 1-833-376-4999.
With Spectrum Internet, you can power all of your devices to enjoy streaming, video chatting, and gaming. I rely on Spectrum Internet. You should too. Call now.
Make summer unforgettable with help from Menards. Whether you're soaking up the sun or relaxing indoors, we have what you need to get you ready for summer fun. From creating the perfect place to entertain family and friends to stocking up on your favorite summer essentials. Menards is your one-stop shop for your next summer adventure. Check out all the hot deals happening now.
Save big money at Menards.
Is your personal injury lawyer trying to sell you a settlement that you don't think is fair? You need a lawyer who won't settle your case just to move on to the next one. Get the full compensation you deserve. Get By Goff and Rohde.
Join the conversation at Facebook.com/News8000. Or you can always find us at News8000.com.
All right, tomorrow really the morning fog is going to be somewhat of a problem for some areas. We'll have less clouds in the afternoon, probably getting up close to 80 in some areas. We will probably deal with maybe more fog going into Thursday, but check the temperatures. You can't beat that for the end of July. Unfortunately, we are going to get back more into the typical end of July, and I say early August pattern now, going into Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. More humidity, more showers and thunderstorms coming back, which is typically what we see. But enjoy the next 3 days because, like I said, this stretch of weather's been beautiful.
Yeah, that's really good.
Yeah.
And Jacob, literally while you were doing sports, the Brewers
Good
scored
luck
a
charm.
run.
1-0.
They
1-0
finally
Brewers.
scored a run.
That's what we needed. That's all we
Hanging
needed.
on to that 1-0
Perfect.
lead. Let's see if they
Hopefully
can
we can
close
hold
it
on
out
to it.
tonight.
Love it.
Okay, and safe travels on your vacation, Greg. Nicole will be filling in for Greg for the next week and a half, everybody.
We'll
Have a
miss
good
him.
evening.